Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we love to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, and peace and blessings unto the elect. We're back out here once again. I believe it's the 25th of April, 2023. We come out here to prophesy the downfall of America and preach repentance to the elect for our people, which are you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians. We are the Israelites according to archaeology, history, and prophecy. And that's what I want to go into. Basically continuing on the lesson that I made earlier, responding to this guy, Layfair, or whatever the hell he goes by, Layfair TV. Which, yeah, you're TV because you're a damn joke. You're a clown, right? Because he brought up, first and foremost, we're going to start at Ezra. Let's go to Ezra 2, verse 59. All right, because he brought up DNA and how the Bible is not a historically accurate book, etc., right? But then I pulled out articles, right, in the video that even proves that even so-called Jewish people, they can't even prove that they're of Jewish ancestry because there is no Jewish or Jew type of gene, right? Shalom, Elder.
Shalom.
Yakamoya, shalom. All right, so yeah. In the articles I pulled out, even so-called Jewish people, they can't even prove that they're Jewish. Right. Why? Because there's no DNA testing that's going to pinpoint that if you're of Jewish descent, or pinpoint what tribe that you're from. That's not how DNA works. That's not how DNA testing works. How DNA testing works is they get the little pseudoscience. I mean, for the most part, right, they can tell you, like, for example, if I take a DNA test, are more than likely is going to trace my roots back to West Africa. All right, which that's accurate. And then it's also going to have it's also going to have Jamaica up in there as well. Okay, yeah, that's true. But does that determine my ethnicity, though? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Why is that? Because you can be a so-called white person, or you can be even a so-called Chinese person, right? And you take a DNA test. Shit, your roots, your origin could say goddamn Africa. It can say Africa, but does that mean that you're African? No, it does not. It's just that your forefathers that existed before you, they were just living in that land. Period, point blank. Another example is, let's just say that DNA testing existed during the time when we was in captivity. Matter of fact, forwarding to the time of Joshua. Let's just say all the Israelites during the time of Joshua took a DNA test, right? Now the DNA test is either going to say Canaan or it's going to say Egypt. Why is that? Because the Israelites, we actually grew as a nation in Egypt. But does that mean that they're Egyptian? No. That doesn't mean that they're Egyptians. So a DNA test does not determine your ethnicity or your race. Period, point blank. It's just going to tell you the landmass your forefathers comes from. You see what I'm saying? That's it. Now, this whole concept of where you're born, that's your nationality, that comes from Antiochus the Fourth Epiphanes. When you read First Maccabees, the first chapter, right? He told everybody to leave. Matter of fact, bro, let's grab it real quick. Yeah, let's grab it. Yeah, First Maccabees 1. First Maccabees, the first chapter, right? He's the one that instituted that crap. Oh yeah, another example, Paul. Now Paul is from where? Tarsus. Right? But Paul said what? I'm an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. You see what I'm saying? Even Paul called himself a Roman. But we knew his true nationality is an Israelite. So all that DNA testing is BS, man. It's bullcrap, right? So First Maccabees, the first chapter, and let's see. We're gonna start at verse. We're gonna read first.
I know my uncle by marriage. His dad is a Judite, but he did a DNA test and it came out 50% European. And I believe, like, you know, and his grandma, well, I mean his mom, which is my grandma by marriage, she got some like European descent in her. You see what I'm saying? But by definition of the scriptures, he's actually a Judite. You see what I'm saying? Even though his DNA test says like damn near like 40-50% European descent. You see what I'm saying? Just showing like what the brother is saying. Your DNA test doesn't necessarily prove what your nationality actually is.
All right, bam. So First Maccabees 1, and let's start at verse 41.
First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 41. It says, "Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom."
Yeah, wrote to his whole kingdom, right?
That all should be one people.
That all should be one people. See?
Yeah.
So that concept comes from Antiochus.
Yeah.
Antiochus Epiphanes. Go ahead.
It says, "And everyone should leave his laws." Leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
That's right. And everybody should leave his law, their laws, their customs, and just conform to the ways of the Greeks. So that whole concept of where you born, that determines your nationality. That is man-made. That's not how the Most High determines your nationality. Period. Point blank. Number one, if two Chinese people decided let's go ahead and make a baby, then they moved to Jamaica, but then the woman give birth to that baby in Jamaica. So you telling me that damn baby is now Jamaican?
China boy.
You telling me that damn baby is Jamaican? You gotta be an idiot. Or two so-called black people have a child in Saudi Arabia. Now that child is Saudi Arabian, you're a damn idiot. You're a damn idiot, man. You have to be a complete reprobate to believe something like that. And then people will be like, oh well, no, yeah, that person will be Saudi Arabian, or that baby will still be Chinese. Exactly. Why is that? Because of the seed of your father. But now let's grab Ezra 2 and verse 59 now. Which make 100% sense, man. Makes so much sense in the world. So you bozos that believe in this DNA crap, well, yeah, like I said, you're a bozo.
Right.
You're a bozo, and what you want to do, you want to believe in the so-called white man's science. Or you want the so-called white man to validate if you're an Israelite or not. We don't need no stinking white man to come up and say, yeah, you're an Israelite. We don't need him. We don't need the validation of Esau. Only you niggas that still behold your oppressor and as the beaker of light, you need his validation. Oh shit, the white man said we the Israelite. Oh shit, then it's true. Uncle Tom ass niggas, man. We have the scriptures, and then also we have pottery, we have archaeology, and we also have artifacts. Like I always say in my intro, we are the Israelites according to archaeology, history, and prophecy. You see what I'm saying? Because there is archaeology that backs up our claims. Like I did the lesson earlier, and I brought up the lost lunar stone that's in New Mexico. Now that is the 10 commandments in summary written in Hebrew. Now what is that doing in Mexico? Why is that there? Why has that been there for years, thousands of years, because the northern kingdom came over here. Why is it that Edomite scholars, right, that actually study Judaism, right, Middle Eastern history, how come they said that they found phylacteries in Boston, Massachusetts that Native Americans was wearing? Now, who's known for wearing phylacteries?
Right.
Israelites. So what are Native Americans doing wearing phylacteries? Oh, because they would have to be descendants of the Israelites. Because they are Israelites. So in the 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, they came over here to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments in another land, and to get away from the Assyrians. See? But a faithless God wouldn't know nothing. Well, what do a nigga know? But to sip some damn Kool-Aid and hop on your comment board at 5 o'clock in the morning. Huh? Because that's what that nigga did. This nigga came on my comment board at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning talking about some DNA. Nigga, what are you doing hopping on another man's comment board at 5 in the morning? You don't have a life? You know?
Yeah.
Well, as I called him in our video, he's a damn low life. He ain't got no life. But go ahead, huh? What you got?
Ezra.
Yeah, Ezra 2 and verse 59.
Ezra chapter 2, verse 59.
Hold on, Salaki, bro. I'm a confused in the face. My father's seed goes back to Jake. Which properly you would say you just look like the other nations. Confused in the face, when you actually go into it, it actually means shame. Right? When you read it in Daniel 9, we're talking about the Lord and to us is the confused in the face. Confused in the face is really going into shame. The Heavenly Father put us to shame. But yeah, bro, you will have that. Exactly, it's by the seed of your father, not where you live. Exactly. That's Elijah Shalom. What will you tell brothers that are growing weary in the faith? Hey, bro, get that. Some brother named Rico. Raheem. Well, number one, I would seek counsel. Go ahead,
Ezra chapter 2, verse 59. And these were they which went up from Telamar, Tel-Harasa, Cherah, Adon, and Amur.
Yep.
But they could not show their father's house.
But they couldn't show their father's house. Go ahead.
And their seed, whether they were of Israel.
Whether they were of Israel. So that's how you determine if you're an Israelite. All right, by your patrilineage. Not like how the Jewish people say is by the paternal line.
Right.
That's wrong. Where's that at in the Bible? Huh? If that's the case, that means that Herod really is an Israelite then. Why is that? Because his mom was a Levite. So that means that Herod is an Israelite. But we know Herod is a descendant of the Idumeans. Why is that? Because his father Antipater was called an Idumean, right? So Herod couldn't have been an Israelite. He was an Edomite. See that? So how you determine your nationality is through your father's line. That's why even studies shows it. You can never saw or heard your father in your life. But guess what? You're still going to carry the same behavioral traits as him. Why is that? Because you are who your father is. You will carry the same behavioral traits as your father, even though you never seen a man a day in your life. You never heard him speak anything, because that's how the Heavenly Father ordained it. That's how the Lord ordained it. Oh, another way to prove you are who your father is surrogate marriage. Now, what's that? That's in the law in Deuteronomy 25. Oh, Slakia. Levirate marriage. That's what it's called. Levirate marriage. Now, in the law, it tells you if two brethren dwells together and one of them dies, but he doesn't have no sons, his brother has to go into his woman and raise a seed unto him. Why is that? So that his line doesn't get diminished. Now, how come she just can't marry anybody outside of him? Because you have to come back through your father's line. Based off of him. Period. point blank. That's why also another reason why Tobias had to marry Sarah when you read Tobit. Why is that? Because his uncle didn't have any sons. Their own his only child was Sarah, his daughter. So he had to marry Tobias of the tribe of Naphtali to keep the inheritance within the same tribe, because inheritance is divided by tribe, and you can only keep the inheritance within your tribe if it's passed down through man. See that? So it's all predicated upon man. But again, like I said, what do a nigga know? But to smoke a damn blunt. See that? So now let's get to Deuteronomy 28 and let's start verse 15, right? Because also how we prove that we're Israelites is going through the Bible. Now this man said the Bible is not a historical accurate book, right? So why don't you look up the ark? Why don't you look up the Ark of Titus? Now, what's that? What is the Ark of Titus, Nakawam? The Ark of Titus is Titus, Vespasian, and them celebrating going inside the temple and burning it down. Going inside the holies of holies that only the high priest is allowed to go in, and polluting it and spoiling it. That is erected in ancient Rome today, where it has the picture of the Romans. You know that picture, right? Of the Romans going in, and they got the menorah, they got the candlesticks, all that. You never seen that before? Yeah. And there's a whole picture of them going into the temple and taking everything out of it. That is in Rome. Now, I wonder where was that prophesied in? Oh, I know. Daniel, the 9th chapter. That's in Daniel, the 12th chapter. That's in Matthew, the 24th chapter. Is that not history? So how is it? So how is the Bible not a historical accurate book then? Right. If that happened. Right. But again, what does a nigga know? But to sip some damn Kool-Aid and talk some shit. Let me go ahead and look it up for y'all. Oh yeah, I got this pulled up. While I'm at it, this is a Ashanti brother with a ephod, right? Which the ephod is the breastplate that the ancient Levitical priests used to wear. Now, why is this brother from the Ashanti tribe wearing it? And look, it's 4 rows of 3, which equals to what? 12. Representing what? The 12 tribes of Israel. That's what the priests used to wear. Now, what is this Ashanti brother doing wearing it? If the Hebrew Israelite doctrine, because he came with this, the Hebrew Israelite doctrine came about in 1886. Nigga, this was before 1886. We've been knowing that we was Israelites, for the most part. You see what I'm saying? This predates 1886 right here, bro. So what is this guy talking about? And like I said earlier, even Jews, there is no such thing as a Jewish gene. They can't even prove emphatically that they're Israelites. If a Jewish man was to walk past here today, and I was to ask him, all right, what is your lineage go back to? You know what he's gonna say? More than likely he's gonna say somewhere in Eastern Europe. He's not gonna say, oh yeah, Israel, in the land of Manasseh, but I'm a Kohen, that's Kahan, which means the priest. They're not gonna do that, because that's not how DNA testing works. Now what was I looking at? Ark of Titus. In Rome. Now, this is really for you new bros too, man. Coming in. Because all the videos nowadays are just about women and whatnot. Y'all ain't getting edified for real. So here we go. Ark of Titus. Go here to the images and you can easily look it up. See, look at this. So I guess this is fake. This is in Rome. This is in Rome. Let me blow it up. The Bible's not a historically accurate book, Why is this in Rome? The Archetypus. So you look at that. The menorah right there, and this is the Roman army when they sacked Jerusalem in 66 to 73 AD. Specifically 70 AD, because that was the pinnacle hot year, right? You see what I'm saying? This is in Rome. So did the Romans just make this shit up? No, because what ancient civilizations did, well, what they still doing now, they document defeats. Okay, they document when they defeat another nation. Like another example, I'm not sure if the elder brother y'all will call it's still on here, but it's also this archaeology that proves that the name of the Most High is Yahweh. It's an artifact. I forgot the name, or if any other brother know, but it's Moab. It's either Moab or Ammon. They were celebrating about how they defeated us, but they didn't say the Israelites. They said they defeated Yahweh, because if you defeated a nation of people back then, they would say that they defeated your God, and it says Yahweh on there, the tetragrammaton. But I forgot. Oh, the Moabite stone. I believe it's called the Moabite stone. The Moabite stone. Look it up. Moabite stone. Okay, yeah, that's a Stella. Now it says the Messer Stella, known as the Moabite stone, as a stela dated around 840 BCE, containing a significant Canaanite inscription. Now, why does it say Canaanite inscription? That's because if you look up Phoenician Hebrew or the Phoenician alphabet, it's going to take you back to the Lashawan Kodash. So this is saying that it was written in the Hebrew. Also, when you look up Phoenician Hebrew or you look up Yiddish Hebrew, because I remember I was showing this to the brother Aquam one day. They say, the scholar says that this is actually the ancient Hebrew, and that the Hebrew now is modernized, proving that we have the correct Hebrew.
Talking about the Yiddish.
Yeah, proving that we have the right, proving that we're speaking the true Hebrew language. They broke it down. Now it says, around 840 BCE, containing a significant Canaanite inscription and the name of King Mesha, or Moab, a kingdom located in modern Jordan. Mesha tells how Chemosh, which is the god of Moab, had been angry with his people and had allowed them to be subjected to the king of Israel, but at length Chemosh returned and assisted Mesha to throw off the yoke of Israel and restored the lands of Moab. Mesha also describes his many building projects. It is written in a variant of Phoenician alphabet closely related to the Paleo-Hebrew script. Oh, but there's no such thing as Israelites. The Bible is fake. The Bible doesn't have no historical facts. It's just some made-up comic book. Oh, the Romans wrote it. It's just all nonsense, right? Shakespeare wrote it. There's no truth in the Bible. But again, what do these dumb ass people know? They don't know shit. That's why I made that video. Don't let the unbelieving spirit of these lowlifes get to you. Man, don't let none of that get to you. Because a lot of these people, they just regurgitate shit. Or they watch a little dumbass video on YouTube, like a 2-hour documentary, while a nigga is rolling up his blunt. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get him with that. Yeah, I'm gonna get him with that. You know what I'm saying? Nigga thinking he's deep. You niggas ain't deep. You niggas are retarded. So where we at?
We at Deuteronomy 28:15.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy 28:15.
And the brothers want to go into it more, you go ahead. Mesha Stella, Mesha, or you just type in Moabite stone. You know, you type in Moabite stone. You can type in the Archetitus. That also proves that the Bible is historically accurate. Again, because the Archetitus shows how they went inside the temple and polluted it or sacked Jerusalem, which that's the prophecy of Daniel 9. That's the 70 weeks prophecy. It talks about Yahushua being cut off, you know, him dying. And it also talks about the prince of the host going in and polluting the temple, which that's dealing with Titus Vespasian. Daniel, the 12th chapter, also talks about that. Daniel 11 goes into history as well. Daniel 8 goes into history as well. Right? Daniel 8 talks about the fall of the Persians and the Medes. Right? The ram. And then you have the he-goat, which is dealing with the Grecian Empire. How Alexander III and Darius III, they went to war with each other. And you match that up with First Maccabees, the 1st chapter. There goes history right there. And you can look it up in secular history. How Alexander divided his kingdom to its main generals, Cassandra, Lysimachus, Ptolemy, and Seleucus. That's all in secular history. That's all, man, that's all in there, bro. So the Bible is on point when it goes into history. It even goes into the system that we're currently in right now, which is the EU/NATO, the 10 toes. Oh well, it was really 12 original members. A nigga wouldn't even know that. A nigga wouldn't even know that. But let's just say that a nigga might know that. Although there's 0.001% chance a nigga would know. Ireland and Great Britain were 1. That's 11. Spain and Portugal were 1. 10. Here you go. Match right up with the Bible. So now, Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. It says, yo man, this is why brothers gotta study, man. Alright? That's why brothers gotta study. Or stop watching these bullshit ass videos. Alright? About this so-called game and advice. Hey man, stop watching those videos, man. Alright, really study, man. Alright, the Heavenly Father said that we're supposed to be growing in this. Alright, not staying stagnant. A lot of these guys hit a spiritual plateau, and you don't want to be like that, man. You don't want to hit a spiritual plateau. Here it is. You've been in the truth for years, and you can't think you can come up with any other better topics to feed people. All right, man. You got new brothers coming into this thing every day. I mean, you got brothers. They actually want to know about this thing. Or they actually want their brains being picked, you know? But how they gonna know if it's never brought up, right? Go ahead, Doc.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass that thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of God who on thy power, to observe the commandments and the statutes which I command you this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All right, so Moses telling the Israelites, all right, look, if you don't obey the Lord's commandments, all these curses are going to be brought upon you. Now let's go ahead and jump down to what I say, like verse 45, yep, 45 now.
Deuteronomy 28 and 45.
All right, because this is the #1 chapter that we will go to prove who we are, right? And because we have to use the scriptures. We can't go nowhere else. And then you have the high elites of Esau. They hiding all the rest of the info. Exactly, man. So you telling me that they don't have a bunch of more artifacts? Or they can find Pharaoh tomb with a tomb of this person, tomb of that person, but you can't show us where anybody else is at? Nah, because it's a problem when you call yourself an Israelite. We see it time and time after again. They don't want us to know. Let's get Psalms 83 real quick. They don't want us to know that we're Israelites because they want us to stay here in America. They want us to stay here in captivity. Because if we don't know that we're Israelites, we can't return back to the Most High. And if we don't return back to the Most High, we're going to continually be in slavery. Right? It's a new update on the income of all the nationalities in America. Judah is at the bottom. Northern Kingdom is second to last. You know what I'm saying? Judah at the bottom. Might as well group Gad in there too. They would probably be, bro, on some shit. Gad would probably be lower than Judah, maybe lower than what's their name? Northern Kingdom. I mean, not Northern Kingdom, but you know, Spanish. The Spanish, because they over there on the reservations too. And then a lot of Gadites and Reubenites are blended in with Judah too. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, my point of bringing that up is Esau wants us to stay there, bottom of the totem pole. So why would he tell us and keep around information that emphatically proves that we're Israelites?
Don't benefit him.
It doesn't benefit this man at all. The elites know that. That's why they put all these clowns in your face, like Lil Uzi, Lizzo, and all these other bullshit ass entertainers to distract you from reality. Right? Kendrick Lamar came out with that album. We ain't hear shit from that nigga. Sir Evelyn Rothschild called his phone. Kill you, nigga. Alright, you better shut your mouth about this. Nick Cannon folded in less than 2 days when he came out talking about being an Israelite. He got that phone call. Kyrie Irving. But when a nigga say I'm a Muslim / Egyptian, because that's what this nigga Kyrie, he's a bug out. He's an Egyptian / Muslim / Nuwapian / Sage Burden. You know what I'm saying? / Asian. He doesn't know what he want to be, but they're fine. They're fine with that. All right, good. As long as a nigga ain't saying he's Israelite, we fine with that. Because Esau know when the true Israelites wake up, that's the end. And all these other nations know that as well. We're about to read about it. Psalms 83. Let's start verse 1.
Psalms chapter 83, verse 1.
So you keep believing your pseudo bullshit DNA science, nigga, and all the rest of you niggas. Believe in your carbon dating, right? Which carbon dating is a load of crap.
Right.
Carbon dating is a load of crap. And first of all, if you believe in carbon dating, that means that you believe that the Earth is like zillions of years old. Now, when you look up the first like ancient civilization, they don't go back to thousands of years old. But you know what they go back to? Around the time of 14,000 years. Now, why does that matter? Because 2 Ezra, the 14th chapter, documents how old the earth is, which is 12,000 years. You see that? So if scholars are saying that the oldest civilization is around 14,000 years old, where is a nigga saying, or another Edomite, where are they getting information of the earth being gazillions of years old? So he's saying motherfuckers was just on earth doing nothing. They wasn't building nothing up for gazillions of years, and then somebody just got a light bulb and said, oh, let's build some houses and some stores and shit. That's how dumb you think mankind is?
They got these.
Oh my goodness, bro. Bro, you see how retarded that sound, right? Yeah. Like, really listening, you hear how retarded that sound?
Scratch the ass.
Yeah, motherfuckers just scratching the ass. For gazillions of years old, and then a light bulb just went off on top of somebody, said, oh, damn, let's actually start doing something here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's actually make a town. Stupid. Go ahead,
Psalms 83, verse 1. Keep not thou silent, O heavenly Father. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and have consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. God, yeah, like, so what the scripture is basically saying is the council of heathens basically coming together to make a you know, a confederate plan all together to basically make Israel no more in remembrance, to the point where blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we don't know that we're the biblical descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? And it's going to list the names of the nations that actually made a one consent plan to come up against us, that we wouldn't remember our heritage anymore. It says, they have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against it, meaning they combine against it. You see that in the UN nations, right? So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans don't really have any representatives in the UN Council. But you see all of those different other UN, all of those different heathen nations, all in there together with one consent, and they doing different plots and plans that directly affect us. It says the tabernacles of Edom, starting off with Esau, Edom. It says the tabernacles of Edom and the Israelites, which were modern called the biblical name of the Arabs. It says the Moabites, which are the Asians, the Chinese. The Hagarenes, I'm not sure what they are, right? But it says Gabal and Ammon. Ammon would be the Japanese.
That's right. That's right. And all of them hate us. So I just looked up. What's the world's oldest civilization? And which, Salaki, y'all, it even goes back shorter. Now it says about 30 years ago, this question seemed to have, and guess what? You can check multiple sources, and multiple scholars are agreeing on the same thing. Now, how do you know? All right, so let's just say that, for example, if you really want to, if you want to know scholarship, I wonder if what this guy is saying is right. You got to check out multiple sources, and let's just say you want to know when the book of Isaiah was written down. And let's just say, for example, I don't know, it says 40 BCE, right? Oh, 40 BCE, all right, bet. Well, I'm not too sure. Let me go ahead and check what this other guy's saying. And if that guy's saying 41, 42 BCE, and another guy's saying the same thing, then another guy's saying the same thing, all right, then it's true. So how you check if a source is on point, if multiple people are saying like around the same thing. Don't be too anal. Oh damn, this say 45, I say 41. It's the same thing. Circle, right? That's why they put circle. Right? It's estimated around that time period. So that's how you that's how you determine if something is really on point, right? So multiple people are saying this, right? Now it says around 4,000 BC. 4,000 BC, so 4,000 years before Hamashiach. Is the earliest phase of the Sumerian culture around the oldest civilization in the Mesopotamia region. Now, what's the Mesopotamia region? That's over the so-called Middle East, where civilization started at. 4,000 years before Hamashiach, bro. So that ain't that old compared to how old the earth is. See what I'm saying? Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So you telling me before 4,000 years BC, which is before Hamashiach, nobody was just doing shit. Just like I try to say about the Dark Ages. Oh yeah, in the Dark Ages, it was just 1,000 years. Everybody was just sitting on their ass. Exactly. See what I'm saying? But that doesn't add up. That doesn't add up, which further again validates the scriptures about how the earth, which I did a lesson on it a while ago, the earth is 12,000 years old. It says for the earth is divided into 12 parts, and I believe 9.5 thousand years done past, and here we are at the 10th, here we are at the end of the 10th part, which also shows that we're close to the end. We're close at that 12,000 years. You see that? Shows you that Yahushua is about to return. I butchered it a bit, but I can go into it tomorrow, something like that. So yeah. So where we at? Oh, read that Psalms 83 again.
Psalms 83 verse 1. It says, keep not thou silent, O heavenly Father. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies shall make a tumult. Thy enemies have made a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Yeah, they have taken crafty counsel against the Lord's people. And what's a crafty counsel? Hiding the fact that we're the true Israelites. You see what I'm saying? That's a very crafty counsel. That's a real deceiving counsel. Because again, that's because they know, when you read Judith of the 5th chapter, them heathens know if we weren't sinning against the Most High, we prospered. We were smacking shit down. But when we went off, they can easily come up and defeat us. These heathens know that. And why or how does that play in today? These heathens purposely do certain things that the nation of Israel go off. Purposely. Right? Like Esau with the mixed fabrics, just so that he can accuse us, like it says in Revelation, the 12th chapter. Right? These different nations selling our people pork in their stores. All types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they know if we sin, the Heavenly Father, He won't be with us. But that's why the Lord set up the That's why the Lord set up predestination. That's why the Lord set up the elect, because He knew that it would be impossible to keep the laws 100% here in America. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead,
It says Psalms 83 verse 2. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
See that? They said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel will be no more in remembrance. See? So all these heathens are in it.
Yeah, bro.
All right, they're all in it. They're all in it together. All right, like a whole scheme. You know what I'm saying? They're all scheming against the children of Israel. Hey, but the plans ain't working because you got Israelites waking up. You got the four corners of the earth, and can't nobody stop it. So now let's go back to Deuteronomy 28 and verse 45 now. All right, and some of these other nations know that we're the true Israelites, right? Because I never will forget. I was having this dialogue with this Ishmaelite in Dallas, right? And he cool, he's cool, we talking or whatever. And it was just, now I was in the mall, and he was working one of those stations, selling like jewelry or whatever. And it was some Jewish rats that was like across from him. He was like, yeah, man, the Jewish people, I hate them. And I was like, yo, y'all the real Jews. He was like, y'all the real Jews. They ain't the real Jews, they devils. That's what this Israelite told me. He told me, he's like, yo, man, I hate these Jewish people. Them devils, y'all the real Jews. He said, yeah, man, Moses, he was black. He said, yeah, Moses, he was black. But everybody there was all black. That's what he told to me, bro. Now, hey, see that? These other nations know that, huh? These other nations know that, right? You have some of the tribes in West Africa. Some of them know, some of them may not know that they're still Israelites, but a lot of them, right? They still hold on to Israelite traditions, keeping the Shabbat. I'm talking about they be reading out of the Torah, all that. Why? Right? You have the Haitians. Bro, just like 2 days ago, they just stoned somebody to death. Down there in Haiti. Now where did they get stoned from? Where did they get the concept of stoning a motherfucker from? Oh, I know, the Bible. Where did they get the concept of and also them tribes in West Africa. Where did they get the concept of having sex with a woman on a white bed sheet to make sure she was a virgin? Where did they get that from? Scriptures. Where did Hebraic African tribes get the concept of circumcision from? Scriptures. Myself, my father, his father, all circumcised. Them Hamites, they ain't damn circumcised. Hamites ain't circumcised. But my father, because my father, he goes back to West Africa. Circumcised. His dad circumcised. Why is that? Because they know, man. They know what's up. So we got to be the true Israelites. Period, point blank. Go ahead, Doc.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 5. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed. Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of God upon thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. God. Verse 46, it says, and they shall be upon thee.
Yeah, and here goes the point, right? It says, and they shall be upon you for what?
For a sign.
For what?
For a sign.
For a sign. Now let's go into the word for sign. Let's see what it says. It says a distinguishing mark. A distinguishing mark. Or standard or proof. Standard or proof. So these curses shall be a what?
A sign.
Or proof. Or a distinguishing mark. Go ahead.
And for a wonder.
Exactly. So these curses are a sign or a proof that you are the Israelites. And when we go down the list of these curses, it's like, damn, this line right up with us. Prime example. Let's jump down to verse. Let's jump down to verse. I believe. Jump up. No, matter of fact, jump up. I want to say verse. No, matter of fact, yeah, go down to verse 66. No, matter of fact, keep going. Actually, keep going.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 47. It says, because thou serve not Ha'adawan thy power with joyfulness and gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies which Ha'adawan will send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things.
Who goes through that? That's one proof. That's one proof right there. Right? We already know. So-called white people, they want anything. They go into their own people. Yeah. The Asians, they go into their own people. Even if subconsciously they don't know, whatever items a Chinese person is going to get in America, where is it coming from? It's coming from China. So that's them getting shit from their own people. A white person, if a white person would want to take out a loan, well, who are they going to? Their own people. Us, on the other hand, we're the only people that got to go to other. I'm talking about every nation on the earth. We got to go to any nation on the earth if we want anything. Even if it boils down to a bag of chips. If we go to a 7-Eleven, we're going to see some ugly ass Cushite nigga behind that counter. If we want gas, we want to see some damn Elamite or Cushite behind that counter, or damn Ishmaelite. Is that our own people? No. See what I'm saying? So that on point applies to us. You going, huh? Hey, bro, like you can't defeat these facts right here. This is accurate. This is on point right here.
Deuteronomy 28. It says, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And who's known for having a yoke of iron around our neck? If you just ask a random person, yo, like who had changed, like who had changed around them? A black person is automatically gonna pop up in their mind, bro. You know, if you bring up slavery, a motherfucker ain't gonna say the Irish that came over here as indentured servants, by the way. You know, they worked and they earned wages and they were let go after a certain period of time. and also the Irish owned Haitian slaves, so they were in slavery. Just to throw that out there, right? They ain't gonna say they indentured servant. They ain't gonna say, oh yeah, in 3500 BCE. No. The first thing to come to mind when slavery is brought up is so-called black people.
Yeah, you Google it, you'll iron. The picture of the first picture that pop up is like a.
It's an Israelite.
Yeah, it's a Judite and a Native American.
Exactly, Judite and a Native American. Because Native Americans also had Yucca irons around their neck, and they were sent throughout the four corners of the earth. Like for example, there was one article that I had once upon a time, a few years ago, documenting how you have Gadites scattered in the Caribbean islands, such as Barbados. So you have Gadites that's in the land of Benjamin. You have Gadites in Europe. You also have Gadites in northern Africa. Some of them were also sent to northern Africa on a boat, which coincides with Deuteronomy 28 verse 68. You see what I'm saying? So the iron that's applicable to us. Go ahead.
It says, until he had destroyed thee. How the one shall bring a nation against thee.
Yeah, that's it on that. So let's jump down to verse 66.
66. It says that thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life.
Now, who does that fit? Who doesn't have no assurance of their life? Who always got to look over their shoulder when they're walking at nighttime? It's us. It's surely not the so-called white man. It's surely not the so-called East Indian, right? When I come home sometimes, right? I know you'll be seeing them. Ishmael or Elon, they just be scrolling, walking around, in an apartment complex. Yeah. They ain't looking paranoid. They ain't looking over their shoulder.
They be walking the dog.
Yeah, but Jake, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm talking about as soon as you hop out the crib, you looking over your shoulder. You know what I'm saying?
I still be doing that.
You know what I'm saying? It's natural. Why is that? Because of the curses in Deuteronomy 28. You have no assurance of your life. All right, because you don't know if you leave the house, if you're a nigga in the world. If you're a nigga in the world, you never know if you're gonna come back home. Matter of fact, I was scrolling on TikTok earlier today, and I guess like it was a show, and this Edomite racially profiled Jake. It was a cop, but like it was a show though. You know what I'm saying? Throw him on the ground. I mean, point a gun at him. Then the family came out the house, pointed the gun at the family.
Oh, the grandma and shit.
Yeah. Oh, you saw that? You saw that TikTok? Yeah, bro. That shit was crazy, bro.
They were about to beat the grandma.
Yeah, bro. The Edomite even wanted to shoot up the grandma.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
But that's the curses.
Yeah.
But that happens in real life, though. That happens in real life. Okay, that's why when a cop pull over a Jake, they oh shit. Right? You getting paranoid? Like, oh shit. Cause you know, any wrong movement, a cop will blow your ass away. But if a cop pull over an Edomite, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, busting it up, they cool. Or like that one it was a school shooter or something like that. Took him out for McDonald's and whatnot.
Oh, they took his ass to Burger King.
Yeah, took his ass to Burger King. They would have took Jake to a trip to the damn graveyard. Yeah. That's where they would have took Jake, not to no Burger King.
Yeah, they had a picture of them school shooters, like after they was done, or the mass shooters, and after they got arrested and whatnot, they looked clean, no harm was done to them. And then they had pictures of like unarmed Jakes, like right next to their pictures.
Yeah.
Beat up, bruised up, and all that, and they was unarmed, bro. See? And then Edomites, they had like AKs and shit.
See that? So this pinpoints where we are. Yeah. So let's jump to verse 30.
Verse 30. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 30. It says, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
See that? Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Now, going back to slavery, what was happening? Now, you take a look, you watch that movie, Birth of a Nation, it documents that verse right there, where you had the Jake, he married, what's that witch name? Gabriella Union. He just married her. He just married her. And then, you know, the slave masters, they was having a party. It was all drinking. And one of the slave masters called and sent for her. Banged her and sent her ass right back. That's Deuteronomy 28 verse 30. And in the real lifetime, many instances like that happen during the time of slavery. You can have a whole woman. But Esau will have sex with your woman in slavery and send her ass right back to you. Right? And that's where you dumbass niggas get that from. Fucking nigga bitch and send her right back to him.
Yeah, get it from Esau.
Get it from Esau, you dumb niggas. You practicing what Esau do. Which shows you that Esau is really like the first nigga, man.
Yeah,
doing that damn nigga though. Right, having sex with your woman and send her right back. Right? Rape her ass and send her back. That's Deuteronomy 28 verse 30 right there. See that?
Yeah, they still doing that shit.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that, man. Hey, the cops. Yeah, man, hey, these cops. All right, man, for some young Eves to avoid going to jail or whatever, and these sicko eating my cops, you know? Hey, look, they be doing their thing, man. They be doing some weird shit to the Eves, you know? Hey, look, you don't want to go to jail, right? Well, man, you have to do something. Oh, man, and they also do that. Eve also do that to get a high position in corporate America. You want the spot, right? You want to be.
That shit crazy.
Hey, look. She can have a whole man. Hey, look. You want the spot, right? Have to do something. He could be a fat ass, or a sicko, got pimples all over his face, and they'll do it. That's Deuteronomy 28 verse 30, man. Our own woman is given Esau. See? Continue on in that.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 30. It says, "Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein."
See that? Thou shalt build a house, and you will not live in it. A house that comes to mind is the White House. No so-called black or Hispanic man, or Native American man, has ever lived in the White House, right? But they built that White House though. And don't say Barack Obama, he's a Hamite. Barack Obama is not an Israelite. So that doesn't apply to him, right? And also, these big ass mansions that you see, who do you see predominantly living in these big ass mansions? You got Elam, you got Esau, you got Moab. But who's the construction workers? Especially over here, in the South, in Texas. Or you got Issachar, you got Zebulon, you got Asher. Are there? You got Israelites over there too, but predominantly who we're gonna see? Northern Kingdom. They're the ones that's doing all the construction and hard labor work. But they're not living in them homes. Other nations are living in them homes. You see what I'm saying? So who does this apply to? It applies to us. Because this is on point. This is accurate. It can't get more more accurate than these. You know what I'm saying?
God just wanted to just say verbatim plainly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly, bro. That's what guys want. Guys, imbeciles want the Bible to say, yeah, and black people or Hispanic people just this. What's the whole point of the Bible being a mystery?
Bro, it wouldn't have got to it.
Yeah, exactly. Number one,
Esau would have threw that away.
Exactly, bro. So let's jump down to verse 17.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 17. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
See that? Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
That ain't the truth, bro.
Man, if that ain't especially when it comes on to Judah, especially when it comes on to Judah, right? Man, Judah can have a soul food spot one day, and the next day that shit gone, bro.
I witnessed that.
Yeah. You want to expound?
Yeah. Like first out of high school, I was working at We come in one day, you know, all fine and dandy. The next day is a for rent sign on the front door.
See?
Damn.
See that?
Yeah. Oh, he was struggling too. He started off booming too.
See that, bro? Hey, but Moab, fucking Moonwalk, or some, or damn House of General Toast.
Yeah.
That shit be open for 30 years.
Bro.
Passing it down to their kids and shit.
Bro, old head sofa restaurant. Across the street was a liquor store.
Yeah.
The little beer joint.
Yeah.
And Moab used to come out with like bands, bro, every day. Go deposit that joint.
See?
And then old head showed me, said, look, you see what they do? You see what they do?
See?
Straight cash, bro.
See?
No credit cards.
See that? Hey, but Jay,
Yeah.
right? Man, unless like you're an exception like Benjamin or you know Hispanics or whatever, but man, you Judah, bro, it'd be a miracle for your spot to stay open. Food truck gets shut down, restaurant gets shut down. You know what I'm saying? Curse. What it say, y'all?
Con. It says, "Cursed shall be thy basket in thy store."
See that? Curse be thy basket in thy store. I mean, that's real prevalent amongst Judah. I mean, we don't see Judite restaurants being passed down to the children's children. Now, it may be some out there, but like the brother said, it's not a lot. It's not a lot out there. See? So how is it the Bible is not on point? It's clearly on point, man. All right. Hey, man. So we're gonna salute out. Oh, Salah. Brother said, Khan. Hey, Shalom, everybody. Yeah, Khan, heathens don't have to make profit for years. Jay got to make profit day one. Yeah, real talk, bro. Hey, yo, bro, nobody support Jake too, man. Hey, which man, I agree. I agree with this. Man, a nigga would spend all types of money at a what's it called? A heathen spot. But damn, like when it come on to Jake, oh no, bro, you taxing.
Haggle you down, bro. Haggle you.
Yeah, exactly. Let me get a deal.
Who this nigga think he is?
Yeah, but you ain't asking Esau for a deal.
He ain't getting one.
You ain't.
You feel me, bro?
You ain't asking Elon for a deal.
Right.
But you want to ask your fellow brother for a deal. Hey, listen. If a bro, man, listen, man. If a brother in the faith, or man, he had his own food store or whatever, right? And a price, I don't know, some mac and cheese, you know, some turkey wings, whatever, $40. And he said, you know, bro, you can give me 20. I said, no, bro, I'm gonna give you 40, bro.
And a tip.
Yeah, and a tip. I'm supporting this. Yo, come on, bro. 20. You know what I'm saying? That's some nigga shit, man.
Try to get over.
Yeah, try to get over. And that's why all these other nations, that's why they booming.
Yeah.
Because these other nations, man, they fucking rock with each other, man.
Yeah, bro.
All right? Man, these other nations rock with each other. Matter of fact, just right down the street is this parking lot.
That's the Spirit.
It's Spirit. Man, it's this parking lot, right? Where you got food trucks, man. You got cleaners.
Yeah, all that.
You got an auto mechanic, and it's all ran by Elam.
Yeah.
But we know through the Spirit, they all family, bro. We don't know for sure, but through the Spirit,
Bro, they fuck with each other.
yeah, and through the Spirit, they all family, bro.
Yeah, it's tight knit community.
Yeah, exactly. It's tight in their community. But when it comes to Israel, bro, that shit broken.
And bro, they had a little festival there the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And where like, bro, they had a little party around all the food trucks. And it brought all this business to the food trucks.
See?
Like, and it was all like Elamites and all of them.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So this Bible not accurate?
Yeah.
You're a fool. Hey, all right, so we're gonna salute out Yahweh Tazah. You brothers and sisters were edified. All praise, honor, and glory. Until Yahweh, Ba Shem, Yahweh Shai. All right, death to America.